Hello, and we are live with Banya here today. Hi, guys. Thanks for tuning in or catching the replay later. So, today's topic of conversation is about balancing life and business, right? A lot of us know that sometimes we have that struggle with being able to find that balance, especially if we are working from home or we have little ones at home with us. Well, today I'll be diving in this crucial topic with my business partners today. And we have two very special guests with us today, as we normally come on Fridays, as you guys all know, or as you guys all know. So let me bring my group of business partners with me here today, and I will let them introduce themselves. And you guys feel free to kind of follow us and listen to what we have to share tonight. And we hope that you guys are able to take away a little bit of something with you, and um, follow us and comment. All right, and here we go. All right. Hello, my beautiful business partners. Um, as I said, my name is Vanya and I am streaming live from Minnesota. So I'm going to go from my right and then we're going to go down. So we'll go with Tay. Please introduce yourself and where you are tuning in from, or not tuning in from, but streaming for live from.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Tay. I am coming to you live from Arizona, USA, as always. And I'm super excited to be here with all of you. Chong, I think you're next to me.
Hello, this is Chong Miller, and I'm streaming live from Arizona. I am a mom, a wife, a realtor, and a business mentor, and I look forward to sharing with you all. And glad and happy to meet all my new business partners.
Xavier?
Hi, my name is Xavier, and I'm streaming from Oklahoma. And I am new to this online business, but I'm really glad to be here today.
Liz?
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Liz. I am a mom to 3 boys, a wife. Profession is a teacher and also a business mentor. And I am streaming live from California.
Hello, everyone. My name is Elizabeth. I am a social worker. I'm a wife, mom of 4 beautiful kids, business mentor as well, and I'm streaming live from Minnesota.
All right. Well, hello and welcome everybody for being here today. All right. So, to kick off tonight's conversation, as I mentioned earlier, we are talking about balancing business and life. A lot of us have a business, and one of us is full time running this business online. So, with that being said, my first question of the night is, what strategies help you balance business and personal life? So this question will be geared toward Elizabeth. And then I'll say it again. I didn't come prepared, so please forgive me. So what strategies have helped you balance business and life and personal life?
Yes. I think the number one strategy that I use to help me balance my life is 1, my calendar, and 2, in order to get my calendar ready, I do early morning setting intentions, and joining that 5 a.m. club as I embarked on this business was really important. When I first started this business, I asked my business partners, I was like, hey, show me your guys' calendar, because I want to see how you guys are fitting in everything, right? Because life does get busy, from my 4 kids to my full-time job to this side hustle that I've embarked on. I just was having a hard time balancing it all. And no one was willing to share me their calendar, or maybe they didn't see my message, but I had to start somewhere. And I was like, you know what? I got this. Let me just go ahead and hone in. Let's set aside some time. Let's really block off some time so that I can still be present for my kids, still go to my 9 to 5 every day, and find time to also do my online business here. So I found that I got to wake up earlier in the mornings. I can't sleep till 6 o'clock even anymore. I got to get up at 5 a.m. So I get up at 5 a.m. I set my intentions. I do my morning meditation, set some goal plannings, my 6 inspired actions towards my business goals, and I put it into my calendar. I try to hit on some of my tasks throughout the day, maybe during lunchtime, in between work, to be honest. And then at night in the evening is kind of where I block off a lot of it for my online business. And, like I said, it's hard when you have little kids and little ones still really needing my attention. So right when I get home, I get dinner ready, make sure they're all fed and they're not hangry anymore. And then that way they can, go do their homework, do readings with them too. And then right around, I would say 7:30, 8 o'clock to about maybe 11. I stay up pretty late. To about 11, and that's when I grind. That's when I come and I go on into my business. I do my trainings. I do my my content, right? My reels. And then I schedule it into my different social media platforms for the next day. So that's kind of how I do it. There's really nothing special, right? It's more so of just kind of being strategic. And I found that morning routine really does help me. It's helped me set myself up for success. And if I were to recommend anything, that's what I would say to everyone who's starting new, or even if you're a seasoned entrepreneur already. Make sure you got your schedule down. Make sure you have developed a good plan and strategy for yourself so that you can be successful. Because if we just let life happen and be like, hey, I'm just going to wait till tomorrow and I'll see how that works out. I'll find time tomorrow or find time on the weekend. It's never going to happen. You have to schedule it in, put it in, be intentional about what you want to do, and set some goals for yourself, and then show up, be consistent. Those are a few of the things that I do to help me maintain my momentum here.
Wow, talk about balance. You are definitely balancing life and being a business owner. It sounds like you have a lot on your plate, and it seems like it's doable, right? Because if you
it is doable,
are able to set from the beginning a mindset, right? You have, like you mentioned earlier, setting time aside is something that is crucial when you start something new, especially when you are venturing into something that is totally out of your norm. So that is so awesome to hear that you are able to balance all of this. A busy mom, a full-time worker, and a business owner.
Well, the best thing is this business is so flexible that you can do that. That's the most amazing part, where you're able to tap into or check into business from anywhere, as long as you have an internet connection or a smartphone or a laptop. And so it's perfect for busy parents, busy individuals who want that either supplemental income or maybe even this to be their number one income, right? So portable and flexible. That's a heck of a balanced schedule there, Elizabeth. Amazing.
I mean, I'm not perfect. There's some days where things have to get moved around, right? But, I think the important part is you got to set that intention. And if you set that intention in there, you're more inclined to do it, to actually fulfill it. If you write it down and you put it into, your calendar and say, hey, this is kind of my block time, right? This is where I need to do this. And if I had some sort of emergency, then I can say, okay, let's just shift that around a little bit. I'll do this tomorrow, or do it in the morning. So you got to still be flexible too, right? And you're right. Say this business is flexible. So if in the evening I had conferences, like I did this week, that's all right. Let me go ahead and go to my conferences. And then after my conferences or in between, while waiting for the teacher to call us in, I can still check into my business. So anywhere really that you have internet, you have your phone with you or your portable devices, it all works.
Mm-hmm. Balance doesn't mean everything has to be perfect, right?
Because that happens to a lot of us, It's like we want everything to go perfect, but sometimes there are always hiccups, and that leads us into our next question. And this question will be for Chong. What challenges have you faced with work-life balance? Just kind of piggyback off what Elizabeth shared a little bit about earlier with her balancing. Have you faced any challenges since you started this business, and how are you balancing that now?
Well, work-life balance. I have challenges. The challenges are, some of it is my biggest challenge right now is that I'm sick and I don't have a lot of energy to spend. So I'm trying between being, not having the energy, taking my medication and being okay. I try to do what I can for my business. And then, then the other part is that I'm trying to eat healthy. I'm trying to take care of myself so that I can be healthy again, right? Um, and that's in itself. I have to cook my food, and that is a challenge because it takes energy to stand up and do that. So I've been, happy. I've been lucky that my husband and my kids are helping me out a little bit. But that is one of my biggest challenges right now because I've been pretty good until I got sick, and then I'm like realized that hey, I'm not getting my 3 postings in. I'm not getting this. I'm like getting 1 or 2 every day, and I was doing a lot better than that. So just that has been the challenge, and but my family's stepping up to it, and I'm trying to um, keep my energy. Like I had to take a break between a couple hours ago, between the afternoon and 6 o'clock, so that I could be up and ready for us here. Because I don't want to be low energy here because I can't afford to have low energy, right? So I got to keep my energy up, and that's been the challenge. But other than that, my family's been supportive. My husband's been supportive, and so my work-life balance is working from home again. As you know, the reason I'm doing this business is so that I don't have to do a 9 to 5, so that I can continue to be a realtor and still have another income stream, which is this business, without having to do a 9 to 5, because I love spending time with my husband and my family, because that's the main reason. My husband, like you all know, we just been married for less than 9 years, almost 9 years. And but we've always known each other for a long time. So we lost 25 years of our lives, and now we're like 50. So, we lost half of our lifetime that we are trying to make up and going forward. And that's a big thing. And so we want to spend as much time as possible. That's probably why I got sick from him, because we spent too much time together, right? We spent time together even when he was sick. And so now I'm sick, but like that's and so we have our offices together. Our office, we face each other so that we can take a moment to appreciate and, be grateful that we have each other. And so that's so again, there's no real life balance challenge except that when I get sick or he gets sick. Because when he gets sick, I am thankful because I don't have to go away for work. I can still take care of him, right? I can still make sure he takes his medication, takes his nap, does his thing, rest so he can get better. And now that I'm sick, I don't have to worry about having to check into a 9 to 5 because, or call in sick and then they like say, oh, you're always calling in sick, right? Because they expect that you call in sick today. That means you're going to be okay by tomorrow. You're going to come into work.
Yeah.
It's not magic. I take a NyQuil, but it's not magic. I'm not going to automatically be perfect tomorrow and go to work tomorrow. I'm going to have to call in sick tomorrow too, right? Because I'm still sick. But with this business, I mean, I can still work from home even though I'm sick because I just need to have enough energy to be able to stay to do my job, to do my inputs. Once I get my inputs in and it goes outputs into social media, I could go back and sleep with my NyQuil and not have to worry about that, right? So, yeah, there are challenges, but I'm working through them. And then, there are benefits to the business that those challenges aren't really challenges because I can easily overcome them because of the flexibility of my business. If you get what I mean.
Yes.
Mhm.
You're sick and you're here and you're showing up, and that's kind of
Yep.
the joy. One of the flexibility in our business. Right earlier, we mentioned a little bit about flexibility, and it's not just about being flexible to be able to take your business wherever you go. It's about being flexible when to show up, when you need to be there, right? Like Elizabeth shared earlier.
Yeah.
You just have to show up regardless of your current situation. It's not like you have to report to somebody to show up to. You're just reporting to your own business. That's who you're reporting to. And even though Robert got you sick, you're still showing up. And then now you have your family to kind of help you and support you to get better. So that's the that's the balance of it, right? Even though you might be facing challenges,
I can still show up. Show up 50% is better than not showing up at all for my business. Because, I mean, half of the time I'm without energy and I'm sick, or I just taken a medication and I'm passed out. But the other half of the time I'm here, I'm able to do my business. And that's what really counts. I can't just say, oh, I'm going to take a nap and then I'll come to the office for like a couple hours, They're not going to say, like, don't even bother, you're fired kind of thing, right? I mean, I don't have to do that. Again, I'm the CEO, president of my business. Whatever I do is right. As long as I do something, right? So here I am.
All right.
I just want to mention, Chong, imagine if you did that at work, like at a job where you're like, I'm just gonna take a quick nap until I feel better, then I'll come back and work again.
I did do that.
No. Right?
I had there was one year where I did like 3 jobs.
Oh my God.
I was doing like 3 jobs. I worked full time during the day, and then I had school from 6:30 to 10, and then I had a third job from 11 to 6 in the morning, and I did that with 2 kids at home and my husband, and and then the last day of the job, I see people going, and then during their 15-minute break, they take a nap, and then they come back, and I was like, why, how can they even sleep and then go back to work? Well, my last day, I took a nap. I didn't wake up it wasn't 15 minutes. It was 30 minutes. I didn't wake up. I woke up and I'm like, where's everybody? And everybody had gone back to work but me. So I didn't ever do that again. But that was the last day of that job, and I didn't know it either. So.
Well, now you can take as many naps as you want, as long
now
as you want.
Yeah.
And
now, nope. I don't have to worry about that.
And that's a perfect transition for us for our next question, right? Setting boundaries. And this question will be for Liz. Liz, how are you setting boundaries between work and life?
Yeah, okay. That's a hard question for me, huh? Because I, on the other hand, I have to show up and go to work. And so as a teacher, I do have to set boundaries between work and life. I have a young teenager and two young adults. And so, my work is work. I have to luckily, as a teacher, we do get little recess, and I guess it's everybody's little break, just like Chong was saying. Yeah, the little break time. So that's when I nap. I try. Well, little just I shut no, but no, I do have to set boundaries between my work and life. As I go to in the morning, I get up just like Elizabeth was saying. I do get up for my me time 5 in the morning, and I do my little gratitude, and just because my reason for coming and join the digital business was for my health challenges, and so I happened to stumble upon this, and took the leap, and so I am still working on my health challenges in the morning, and doing my little gratitude about life itself, grateful that I'm up, and so I spend my little time in the morning for me time, and then go to work. And I do spend, like I said, just pretty much. Well, actually, before that, I do take care of my high school son. I still cook for breakfast for him, so everything's the family in the morning, and then I go to work, and that's I focus on my work only. But luckily in between, I do check my messages, my notification. So at recess time, lunchtime. And that's pretty much it. And after school, before school, okay. And then when I get home, I do, have to come home and take care of my family first too, and play with everybody, get to see everybody, because they're grown, and sometimes they want to go places and you don't get to, see them, or they just want to hide in their bedroom, So, yeah. So I do have to set my boundaries between my family and my work. And then after I spend time with my family, cook dinner. And then as I settle down, take a little break for myself before I get to my digital business. So, I spend again like 2 to 3 hours depending on what I'm working on. And so that helps me. If you don't set boundaries, you're going to be constantly thinking about your work. And what's great is, again, our business, the automation, that it's working for you in the background. So I don't ever, so that's why I go to work and I have that peace of mind saying, oh, my business is working for me. So yeah, that really helps me. That's why I can continue working, and teach, and then know that I will have time for my family and my business after work. And again, as a teacher, luckily I'm not checking homework anymore online. I was sending homework, and then I check it before I, spend more time with my family. But in between, yeah, I'm doing that. But now I don't have to, because our subscription ended. So that's why. So now I'm really giving my time to my work after my digital business, after my family. Yep. And then after that, then I spend a little more time on myself. Going, so glad today went well. Yeah, whether it be work or business or work as a teacher. So yeah, if you don't set boundaries, yeah, it's going to be chaos, and you don't know which is what. Like I'm just like at work. Sometimes you're working on 24 students, and you're like, okay, this child, and then so at work is enough. So you have to set that boundary. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true. And a little bit about what you mentioned is me time, right? One thing that we're so rushing all the time is we're balancing life and business, but yet we forget to put ourselves in that balance. And then we happen to be on the teeter-totter, and we're always, trying to fall off, and we can't fall off because we have to be the one standing on that teeter-totter to keep it going up and down every time. So that is like something that we've learned, not just by ourselves, because we have a community that we get to lean on and in each other. As you guys see here today, there's 6 of us here today, not because we're forced to be here, it's because we chose to be here, right? A lot of us chose this profession. It wasn't something that was pushed on us, or what's that word? And I'm trying to get like, here, do this. And
Thrown
even though
at
you
us.
don't know it, yeah, thrown at us. That's the
Mhm.
word. Thank you. You know, so that's the thing about our business is that we followed each other, or we followed another business partner that's within this community, and we learned from them, and we took that knowledge in, and then we're like, yes, we can adapt to this because we want change, and we're about change regardless of how busy or how hectic life is. And that's one thing that we get to share with amongst each other. As you guys see here today, we're all from different states,
Mhm.
and we're all different age range, and we're all different professional backgrounds, and we didn't all start as a business owner or a digital online business owner. And here we are today. We're saying that we're able to claim that title because we are true digital business owner. We have the skills, the knowledge, because we put the effort in there and the time into learning it. And we are here today because we've grown over that the milestone, right? We didn't all just start saying, hey, we all know this, we're doing this, right? So
Mhm.
we're just like you guys, where you guys are learning and you guys are adapting and you guys are taking on something new. All right. So with that, my next question is to our youngest one here tonight. Xavier, how do you stay productive without feeling the burnout?
So, staying productive without feeling burnt out is really hard for me because I already have so much going on. So, I think my biggest way of staying productive without burning out is my mom because she's always checking up on me, and I started this so I could help out my mom so she doesn't have to worry about me. So
Mm.
she's a big factor into me staying productive without burning out. And just taking breaks. Taking breaks, like an hour of just reading and just doing what you want to do, really helps getting 4 to 5 hours of what you need to be done in the day. And let's see.
You know,
You sound
Xavier,
oh,
to be so young and to be able to identify what you want in life, that's incredibly inspiring because for someone as young as you to want and know what you want to do with the help of your mom, even if it's just the help, right? So that you can give back to her too. And know that one of the biggest challenges, like, trying to stay on track. And I am incredibly inspired by your courage and your step into creating your own future so that you can take care of what you want to take care of. So I just wanted to comment on that because when you do what you love, and I don't know, maybe you can share why you start a little bit why you started this business, and then because a lot of us start this business because we want, and I hear a common theme here. You guys all talk about the system and how you can check in from wherever. And for being the youngest one on this panel, I would love to hear your story of like what made you take this step, because all of us are like past our our prime. I mean, I'm just speaking for me. You guys are still in your prime and beautiful. But because I've passed that already, but you are just like this world, like when I was your age, it's like, oh my gosh, this world is so big, where am I going to go, what am I going to do? But then you're already in business, and you found a business that's online, that's working. So share a little of what made you so courageous to take that step.
So what really made me courageous was I'm the youngest out of all my siblings. So I've seen how hard they had to work in order to achieve what they wanted. And then my parents also talked to me about how hard they had to work to provide for all of us and to get us what we all wanted and needed. So that played a really big role into why I was willing to take a big step into starting an online business. And I just wanted to give back to them because they're older now, and it's just they can't really do what they wanted to do, and they always had to sacrifice what they wanted to do for us. It's because we were a bunch of spoiled little kids when we were younger. So we were always wanting stuff, and our parents wanted stuff as well, but they knew since we're their kids, they're gonna sacrifice for us. So now it's time for us to sacrifice a little bit of what we do for them so that they can live the life that they want as well. So I started this to hopefully build up and give them the life that they wanted to live.
So how will you be balancing business, life, and taking care of your parents then?
So I really like it how you post 3 videos from wherever you want, uh, and you could always connect with everybody. And there's a bunch of people on our community, right, that are all different in their own different ways, in their own special ways as well, where you guys could connect on what's that word? Similar uh hmm.
Like beliefs and values? Is that
Yeah, you
what
guys
you?
can connect on your guys' like values, the same values. And you guys could just talk about what you guys value, which is really inspirational because it's like, hey, they have the same value as me, so well, if it's working out for them, then it most likely will work out for me.
Mhm.
And but the biggest part for me is I'm glad that I could work from anywhere and just spend time with my parents.
That's great. Work smarter. At your age, you're gonna go far because you found this business so early on.
Mhm.
You just,
Yes.
Very true.
yeah.
You'll be able to probably retire your parents in the next 5 years, and they'll be able to provide for them, and let them do the things that they didn't get a chance. You could be the one spoiling them, who because they spoiled you. You could spoil
Mhm.
them and give them what they want to do. Is maybe that trip, and maybe for you too, take that trip to Laos and Thailand, see your home. Where they live, where they grew up, because I'm sure that that's something on their mind. Um, a lot of people, I'm saying this because your parents are probably my age, and and they probably, and I haven't gone yet, but I've been thinking about going too, just because I was born there, but I don't remember anything because I was 1.5 when I was carried on my mom's back out of Laos,
Mhm.
so I don't. I was born in Laos, but I don't remember Laos. I barely remember the refugee camp as like a dream, because we also left when I was like 6.5, right? 7. So I don't remember much, but I do remember it as, I do remember it in my heart as a place that I was at. And so, yes, it is on my mind to want to go back, but you know, but I just haven't made it there just because, again, there's a language barrier, right? I don't speak the language. I can kind of understand it, but I don't speak it. And, unless they put a gun to my head and I have to say something, I can. I know how to say help, and I know how to say food, and I'm hungry and I want food, but that's all. So, like, if I'm starving, I'll use sign language and all sorts of languages that will come out of my mouth. But everybody, a lot of people speak English there now. But I'm just saying, like, it's that fear of not knowing. But for you to be able to run this business in the next 5 years, you will be able to make that dream come true for your parents, and that would be so amazing. And you would be able to, and you wouldn't have to, and for yourself, you wouldn't have to work another day of your life because you are the CEO of your own future, of your own business. And that is what's amazing. And that's what's amazing. And you would be in the next 5 years about 22, 23 years old. Okay. And that is what's really amazing. And I'm so excited for you. I am so excited for you. And yeah, I'm I wish my son would do the same, you know. But right now, there his mind's on something else. He once I'm Yeah, he doesn't know it yet, but he'll eventually be doing this job. He'll be working for me. I'll be his boss.
Uh, I'm glad that you're creating your own future and your dreams, Xavier, at such a young age, because if we don't create our dreams and we don't work on our dreams, somebody else will hire us to work on theirs. And I'm glad that you chose this route to go along with us. And we look forward to celebrating all your success. And I look forward to celebrating more of all of you guys' successes on this panel. So I'm super excited.
And Xavier, you're not gonna feel that burnout that we felt. We've been working and we're burnt out, and so we found it a little bit later in our life. So now we're being productive with you, along you. So yeah.
By the way, what do you do for fun, Xavier?
I don't really just drive around with my parents for fun.
Well,
That's awesome.
An
Spend as
awesome.
much time as you can
Yeah.
because we are not immortals. We
Mhm.
definitely are not. I mean, I'm starting to feel the fact that I am not. I feel it's hitting me, but 99% of the time I'm immortal. 1% comes around every now and then. And so right now I'm feeling that 1% mortality. But once this is over, I'm like immortal again and I forget about it. But just because we feel that way doesn't mean we are. Okay? So good job, young man. Good job.
Thank you.
So if you don't want to feel burnout, start early.
Mhm.
And then by the time, 2-3 years later, you will be soaring through life and you're sitting in the back seat with your with the converter back pulled back, right? And you get to feel the wind, like most of us will achieve one of these days, because that's a goal, right?
Mhm.
A long-term goal is what we all want to be able to sit back and hold that martini or drink in our hand and not have to worry about, oh, I have to report to work tomorrow, like a lot of us are doing right now, right? So with that, my last question for the night is for today. What is a perfect work-life balance that is achievable, or is it something that you're finding that will work for you, or does work for you?
That is a great question. Work-life balance is achievable because I can sit here and tell you guys that it's amazing when you can control your time and when you don't have to ask anybody for what to do with your time or when to do anything with your time. That is the most amazing feeling ever. So what I mean by that is work-life balance when you are doing what you love and you're actually helping others to do what they love too, so that they can have that time freedom and the financial freedom to not have to worry about financial restraints and be able to give back to their family, help their families, take vacations with their families without any worries. It is possible. You can achieve it. It doesn't happen overnight, though, I have to tell you that. It takes action and it takes you making that decision to make that change. And don't quit your job too soon. Use that job to fund your business so it can pay you like your job, and then live the life that you really dream of, because you are worthy of receiving whatever you dream of. But the most important is, do you believe in it? Do you believe in yourself? And I can tell you that it is achievable as long as you make that decision and say, whatever it takes, you're going to do whatever it takes to win. And it's not negotiable, right? You're going to just make it happen, and it will happen. Because to be able to nap, like, I'm going to wrap it around to where Chong said, when you're sick and you can just quickly get up, check into business from anywhere, even when you're laying down, and just go back and take a nap. That's freedom. When you can just get up, go to the fridge, that's too often is not good, but get something that you want to eat and not be on somebody else's clock, that's freedom. And when you can go to the store or go to your kids' extracurricular activity at school and not be able not have to say I don't have enough vacation time or sick time or PTO to take to go. That's freedom, because you're the one making those decisions. And when you do what you love, you guys talked about burnt out. You guys talked about balancing and having a strategy or a structure to make sure that you're getting your business done, right? Or checked in and like getting what you need to get done. That's amazing that you all have a structure on, and you have boundaries set, and you know what you want. And listening to you guys on this panel, it's like, oh my gosh, I look forward to the day where you guys say you are what's the word that we always use, right? But we'll use it another day when you guys have all written it on your goals, to where you say freedom, right? Like, I achieved freedom, and let's go to Santorini, Greece. That
Not right now. Santorini is sinking. There's been too many earthquakes.
That's why I need to go before it sinks, because that's one of my bucket lists.
Yes, it's beautiful. I've been there. I'll show you the picture.
I seen your pictures. But yeah, so it is achievable, because you guys already all mentioned it. Setting boundaries so that you don't get burnt out. Being able to say, I make my own schedule on when I check into business, and be able to say, I set my own value at how much I get paid by how much I show up for my business. And that's why I say it is achievable, because you make all the decisions, and you are digital CEOs. So you make all the decisions. You decide if you want to get paid today or get paid tomorrow. That's up to you. Get paid every single day. That's up to you too. And the most amazing part is it's achievable. From what I know, I'm speaking from experience, because of this business, with all the resources, the training, the support, and the guidance, and the global community. Like I always say, you guys will hear me say this like a broken record, but if somebody is sleeping on this side of the world, because we are a global business, somebody else on the other side of the world is willing to help answer your question if you're nocturnal. And so that's the most amazing part. Such a giving community, and everyone wants everyone to be successful. And so if you surround yourself with like-minded people, that work-life balance is possible. It is not easy, though. I have to be honest. You will fall off, because you will feel burned out, but then being able to learn from that process, it's always a learning opportunity, right? Learn from it, you grow from it, and you can definitely find your processes, and you can definitely find your system of working so that you can balance it for you and your family, because that's the amazing part. Again, we make our own schedule, right? And our business is portable, it is flexible, and we take it with us, but we still know that we have to make time for family too. And being able to say that I can make time for my family when I want to, that's freedom too. So it is achievable, to answer your question and wrap around. Yeah, but if you guys let me talk, I'll talk all night about business, because I love this business and I'm really passionate about it. So, but yes, it is achievable, because I have, like you said, I am full-time. I used to work in the corporate world, but I don't anymore. This is my full-time. When I say full-time, not the 40 hours or a week or 80 hours a week or more. It's just, a few hours here, checking in with you guys, helping with other things I've taken on, even though you can do so much for your community, but you still have that time to, because you set those boundaries, and like, I have to take a break, like a real break, right? So that I don't burn out. And I love it so much. So thank you for the question.
Thank you for the answer. All right. With all of that knowledge shared tonight, we talked a little bit about here and there. And tonight's conversation was about balancing life in business and in personal life, right? And as we shared amongst our own journey and our own knowledges, each of us has our own journey and our own different lifestyles. And we all have intentions. We all have the flexibility. We all have incorporated breaks for that mental, you know, mental mindset. Making that little sacrifice, right? At the beginning, your sacrifices will pay out in the long run. And it's true. Um, those late nights, those falling asleep at the desk will eventually become sleeping on your own bed, and you get to wake up whenever you want, and you get to wake up to a beautiful sunrise, right? Versus having to wake up to the same scenery every single day, because it is achievable, it is reachable, it's within reach, is what we would prefer to say, right? A lot, because now our generation, we want to make change. We want to be the change. So, are you ready to make that change for your own kids or your own self? Because you do whatever it takes, and you you get to do what you love, right? Eventually, like for me, for example, I never thought that I would be able to be on the online world because it's not meant for me. And now I get to do what I love because I get to show up on my time. I get to do what I want, and I get to experience this not just by myself, but I get to experience it with my global community, my business partners, as you guys see here today. And you're never going to be alone because we're always going to be here. We might not be there to hold your hand, but we will be just a click away. And we will be happy to answer your questions, or just be able to listen to you, because that's what it takes. What it takes is for someone to ask a question and for us to be able to give you that knowledge, and then you get to take that knowledge and you get to sit with it and ponder about it. But then if you prefer not to ask those questions and you prefer just to sit behind the scene and watch us, you're more than welcome to, because we're still going to be here come next year, come the year after, because we're online business owners, and we're always going to be showing up because our community is what gives us that knowledge and that excitement to come on every day. And eventually, once you know the business well enough, you're going to be blooming and booming, right? Because that's what it takes. Like a business partner said, if you're not feeling this business and you're just showing up because you feel like you just have to show up, obviously your business is not going to grow. You're not going to get anywhere because you're just showing up. You need to be able to have that motivation to be put into your business, that dedication, that love, and the energy is what we get, right? Because if you don't have that kind of energy and you're just showing up, I think it's probably time to take a little break and have that mindset. Go on a cruise with your parents, right? And think about what you're really wanting out of this business. And hopefully you'll be able to kick off that shoe and start balancing your own life and your own personal situation, that whatever is going on. All right, guys, before I wrap up tonight, is there any additional questions or comments that we want to share with our audience?
Well, I think sometimes showing up is working is good. Even if you don't do anything, if you just show up, because if someone's excitement can trigger your excitement. So if you don't know how to do anything, keep showing up, because you'll never know who's going to inspire you. So keep showing up.
I agree. Keep showing up, stay plugged in, because you will be inspired and you will find somebody who will inspire you to push harder forward, because you're probably just filling out your space, right? And it's okay. As long as you're showing up, slow progress is still progress. So keep going, keep pushing forward, never give up, and you will get there. And learning how to work smarter, not harder, using the worldwide internet, because it is possible to learn how to earn or make a living online, because we're all living proof that you can earn online and enjoy life with your family, because the flexibility of it. So, yeah.
Yes. I just want to say a few things before we end tonight. Thank you guys for having me on. I've learned so many things from you guys tonight about having a good balance in our life, right? But for those viewers, for our audience out there that is watching this, you can do it too, right? And if you are interested, if something that we said today really piqued your interest, make sure that you connect with one of us. Any one of us that that resonated with you the most. Our websites are located right below our name. I mean, right next to our names here. And so make sure that you guys check it out. It's just more information so that you can make an informed decision. Because living with regret is not the way to live. And I just want to encourage and empower those viewers out there that have clicked on and that have watched our lives this far, to go ahead, make that change, take that step. Every one of us was scared at first to take that leap and to enter your name and put your email in, but we all did it, and we all start from the same place, and we can all achieve great success. So keep surrounding yourself with those key 5 people that you are the average of, and you will get there and you will succeed. Thank you.
Right.
And I also want to say that as you see the many profession we have here, we have the youngest, Xavier here, all the way to the, working teacher here, and like I said, it is possible, you can balance your life. You can work like Chong said, 3 jobs, if you have to for a while, you can balance your life and your work, and you can do this. So if I can do it, and the 5 of us can do it too, the other 5 business partner of mine can do it too. You can do it. Just reach out to us. Like I said, don't just keep watching us, because we'll still be here. Like Pena said, we'll still be here. But click and don't be scared. Take that leap, and you will be able to see what we see in the inside. Okay, so. Yeah, feel free to comment, ask us questions too. And like Elizabeth said, our websites are down here too. So learn a little bit and you'll be inspired.
I just want to add on top of all of you guys saying that, the reason we're able to do what we do and say that we have time to scale is because we have a system and we have automation and we have strategies that we share and we teach you so that you can learn how to grow your business without being constantly tied to it. That's why we say that our business still runs in the background. So I just want to mention that. So definitely, if you want to check us out, there's no obligations. Ask questions. So yeah. Thank you. Oh, and thank you for having me here too.
Thank you for all being here tonight. All right. With that, thank you all for our viewers for tuning in live tonight or catching our replay. I hope you guys were able to find something helpful or resonate with you guys tonight. Take away that tiny little bit about learning about balancing business and life, right? Because we all know that sometimes we need that little picker-upper to kind of get us kicking or get us going. And if you enjoy this session, don't forget to like, follow, and share, and drop a comment in below if you guys are needing more information or just wanting to follow up with one of us. And with that being said, thank you all for being here tonight. And until next time, take care. And remember, balance is key. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Friday.